Let's go.
Spread out. Enemy spotted.
Come out.
Thanks.
Enemy spotted.
Acknowledge. It's cover. Roger that. Put him down.
What's up, everybody? Hello once again. Hopefully everyone can hear me just fine. That is, of course, always the goal for why I even have a microphone hooked up to begin with. So, yeah, welcome back. If anyone's returning or if you're lurking, that's also cool. We'll be going back into Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, on PlayStation 4. Yesterday I just basically did some fighting games. Went back to Ultra Street Fighter 4, which is a lot of fun. Did some character mods on that. And, gosh, what else did I play? Street Fighter 2, the classic one. Speaking of, it's you again. Hello, welcome back again, Friendly Tiger. And then, as you remember, because you were there, basically last time I played Metal Gear Solid 4, got quiet, added her to my stable of awesome companions to have on the game, and then discovered in the PC version that you can't drop cool things on her like horses or tanks, which made me sad inside. But enough to it, let's start loading up the game. Alright. So, this time, I have to go rescue the world's worst person. I used to hate Otacon the worst. And then I forgot, because I forgot entirely about Huey, and what a scumbag he is. And, yeah, he is, like, the worst person. Snake should have just put a bullet in his head and just been done with him. And I'm not talking like at the end where he gets banished type deal, like when you kick him out of like the mother base. I'm talking like, oh, it's Huey. Pop. Pop, pop. Right in the head. Okay, clicky, clicky, clicky. And the PlayStation 4 version just takes so long to load up. It's crazy. Okay. I didn't think I had the Elgato feed on for a second, but I did. Alright. Good to know. Oh, this is really quiet.
Like your horse, you can give commands to D-Dog as well. He'll normally follow you around. You can also make him wait somewhere or lure an enemy by barking at him. Or you can sick him on the enemy to slow him down.
Or you could pet him and call him a good boy.
I'm sure he'll be capable of even more damage.
Development complete. Development complete. Development complete. Development complete. Development complete.
Jose, is it done?
Development
No.
complete.
It's not done yet. So what do we have for resources? Let's see, I'm sitting at 2 million. See, like, the money structure is really weird in this game. Because you can see, like, the bottom right of the screen says GMP 25 million, okay? And underneath that you have 23 million plus 200, or plus 2.5 million. So basically, a lot of your money's stored online. So if I were to go offline, like lose connection to the network, I would only have 2 million, 2.5 million. It's really weird. And it does the same thing for a lot of your fuel resources. For some reason, the game's like, well, store your stuff mostly online in order to keep you connected, which is really kind of crappy. Because there's been times where my internet's been out, or they've been down for maintenance, and all of a sudden I have, like, I'm in the hole for GMP, like I can't pay my soldiers and morale starts dropping. It's like, come on guys, be cool. Alright, what can I develop for weapons real quick before I head out and try to rescue Hal? Not Hal, Huey.
Please specify a project.
Shields are... I guess they can be kind of useful. They're only useful in like one or two aspects, like if you get on the back of a walker gear, because you keep your shield on your back and you're driving it forward, you're naturally protected from gunfire to the back, and mostly to the front too, because of how there's shields on the front. So that's kind of a nice thing, but not really needed. Let's see, Tarragon, kind of low on that, but we'll do it anyway. Develop something. No. I'm thinking I might just quickly stack the deck to get my tranquilizer gun going, because I really need that.
Please specify a project.
Wait a minute, they give me stuff for walker
Please
gear?
specify a project.
No, it's... okay, because I thought that was the walker gear, because when you get that, you have the extra one over here, too, so, okay. Threw me out for a second, like, how can I develop something I don't have yet? That would be interesting.
Select unit. Staff assigned.
So my combat team just took a major hit.
Development project
But
has been added.
I can develop all those other things real quick, which is what I'm going to tell them to do. So I'm going to have a low combat rating for about a mission or so. Meat bottle I never use, but this is going to be helpful. Yes, please. Yes! I've never used the bait bottle before. Huh. Yeah, never had to bother with that. Let's see. Let's do it anyway. And then, before I head out, base facilities, how are these doing? I know, it's always so boring. I always start my streams with, like, micromanaging my business. 11 minutes for the command platforms we maxed out. Good. Medical platforms and intel. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I can check that out real quick.
Please select a landing zone.
Animal conservation platform.
Heading to
After the next mission.
Platform.
You're like, just do something, please, for the love of
Please
God.
select a mission.
Alright, so let's do combat deployment.
Please select a mission.
Send them on a quick mission. It'll be stupidly easy.
Unit dispatched.
And then I shall start on my long path to rescue the moron.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.
No. Okay, night vision goggles, that's good. I'm thinking I should probably leave... No, I'll take a horse with me. Let's see, equipment, support, flare supply. Not really needed, I mean, because you can call in your own drops anyway. You don't like animals, is that what you're trying to say? That's a horrible thing, I'm telling on you. Capture cage, hand grenade, yeah, we're ready to rock.
Deploying.
Okay. Oh yeah, for Huey, good lord, yeah, he's the worst person ever. So if T. Wallace drops by, he will be very happy to hear that I have a zoo back, because about a year ago or so, when I was recovering from my second back surgery, I played through this on PC. I was just going out like hunting things, just going on safari, hunting animals. You always found that part entertaining. Oops, hit the microphone. Okay, so of course let me know once action starts up if there's really any volume that needs to be tweaked. Because as you know, I was doing fighting games yesterday, so... Oh, that just peaked up. Let's try just lowering that slightly.
Placed. Marker placed.
Take that rib cage.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah. By the way, I shouldn't have to point out that that would be like extremely painful.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching.
Really? I just landed, I get a sandstorm. Perfect. Now, when he does like the tucking roll, you know, like he does the rolling dive, I used to be able to do that no problem. That's not painful at all. Like, just anytime you have to nipple surf on anything, it's like you're bruising ribs, potentially. You're not gonna have a good time. Yeah, this place is usually pretty well defended. Doesn't matter though, because I'm gonna steal that truck.
Enemy presence detected.
Yes, what are those stupid things? Those things I eat? Yes.
You captured an enemy vehicle. Just like weapons and items, you can use your iDroid to have vehicles you've extracted airdropped in. You can also let members of the combat unit use them on dispatch missions.
Horse, walk around. Good.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Hey, Nimix, what's up? Let's see, I need to go over there, so marker there, and we'll place another one right about yeah.
Marker placed.
Help guide me. Something's up there. I just saw a flash on the screen. Oh, set of lights.
The weather will clear shortly.
You found more frames after the fact? After you've already submitted it?
Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Oh, okay. So I was like, wait a minute, you found more after you submitted it? Dude. I was like, quick, cancel the other one. Do another premiere. Get everybody back for commentary. Make sure your microphone gets recorded this time on the stream somehow. There we go. Got everybody. Well, maybe the next time on the next task you work on. What type of scope am I rocking on this thing?
Guard post captured.
Not bad, but that's kind of loud, so... Oof. At least I know with, like, Mission 13, I can finally start working on getting my gunsmith, which will greatly, greatly help.
Hands up.
Excellent! Moons? What? Okay, that reference I don't get.
Roger that.
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Oh, okay, yeah, now I understand it, because I had to stop and think, I'm like, what? Pardon me.
Subject on
Yeah,
board.
the moon things there you see on task videos. Cool. I didn't know that's exactly what the ranking was, but I'd seen the moon, so I knew that they were something special, and they did tend to be more entertaining than just the kind of straight runs that I would kind of do if I were to ever task something. So let's give her that waypoint. I don't need that anymore.
Marker removed.
Well, that's pretty cool. You hit that right off the bat. You know, the first one, of course. Come on, Mr. Ed. Don't make me send you to the glue factory. I will do it.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
So they have like moons and stars, and they just need like horseshoes and get the whole Lucky Charms people, get a brand deal going in with them. They're tastically delicious.
Enemy presence detected. The map marker placed. Analysis complete.
Just 2 of them, huh? I would like to believe that. Let's see if I remember how to roll. Yeah! So how many people died? I mean, come on, it isn't Black Friday. It's gotta be one, if it's craziest one you've ever found, it has to be Walmart, for first off. It has to usually be Walmart. 2, it usually has to involve at least 50 people and fists flying. Okay, he's down. Oh, that's a problem. There we go. It's like there's somebody else out here. There we go. Because if you don't hear the guard post captured, it means that you missed somebody.
Arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before. Well, it's usually like a crush situation where people are just trying to bum rush the door. Which is insane. I mean, it's like Black Friday, the whole thing I never really got anyway. Especially when people would fight over things. It's like, it's not worth it.
Analysis complete.
I should be like, hey man, they had like Bayonetta 3 on Black Friday for $10, and yeah, I'd probably end up being on one of those videos, just knocking everybody over.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Wow, that crippled guy
He's coming
moves
too.
pretty quickly.
Roger that.
I didn't know you could bend a person's body in half that way. Alright, so what else we got here? Nothing! So we're almost in the mission area. Let's see. It's a power station, so let's drop a supply. I hear a truck coming.
Enemy presence detected.
Crud, they're stopping.
The map has been updated.
My horse is in the way. Sometimes they get out and stop, like if there's supposed to be people. And if like they drive by and they notice like that suddenly there's no guards there, they may stop and investigate. So let's see if they do that or not. Okay, looks like they're just passing through.
Plant expansion complete.
Supply drop.
Please select a drop point.
Drop that right on here.
Supplies
Should be good.
requested.
I'm trying to remember why I named all my horses in Zelda Breath of the Wild. I know I named one Mr.
Supply
Ed.
drop complete.
I think I named another one Glue Factory.
Extraction.
Oh yeah, I named one Glue Factory or Glue something like that. The other one was Elmer's. I have horrible names for my horses.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Now, seeing how like important this guy is for the story, I don't know why it's not a main mission and they consider it a side mission. Because you have to get him. I mean, there's no other way around it. So that's a communication satellite. There's one up on top where there's a helipad. There's no cracks for me to climb. Come on in, Kiko. Come on. Hi, cat. How you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. What? Go lay down. What? Cat decided to come in and pay a visit. What are you doing? Come here. What? What's the matter? You're okay? Yeah. Alright. Go lay down. Alright. Unintentional cat break.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I actually have both. I have my parents have a dog, but I have a cat.
You made it to Surat Power Plant. Emmerich should be beyond the gate at the northern edge of the facility. We have no idea what he's doing.
I prefer
back there.
cats versus dogs. Cats are self-cleaning, less needy. So there's usually like a soldier or two, I want to say, patrolling around here. Now, if I really wanted to like create a diversion, I could just like bomb one of these things over here, one of these fuel tanks. My cat, like when I got her, was like almost feral. Basically, somebody had thrown the cat out at my ex-girlfriend's house because she has like a farmland in a town about an hour south of me. And sometimes people would abandon pets on their property.
Analysis complete.
So she knows looking for a cat. She's like, "Hey, you want a cat? I found one here." It's like, okay, cool. The cat was like almost borderline feral, and actually acted more like a dog, so I can tell I'd been around dogs at least for a point in time. So it took her like a long time to kind of become more cat-like. I mean, she didn't purr for like 2 years. But yeah, she's gotten better. I've had her for about 5 years now, so now she purrs, and she's very vocal, though. I mean, she talks a lot. It's not like usually like cat meowing, it's like the cat trills, like their actual cat language. Because cats only meow for people. They do not meow at each other. So Keiko never really quite got the whole hint of it. So so it's not uncommon to have her like come up and start trilling at me. My parents are like, "What the hell?" It's like, yeah, that's what she does. Can't let that guy drop. He'll probably draw attention. I said she does meow, but I said usually when she talks to me, she just trills. So.
Analysis complete.
Really also need to take out that stupid anti-air. I might do that in a second. Okay, good, he's distracted.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Development complete.
Destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance.
Yeah, I'll just get rid of this ammo. Sometimes you can go driving like a bat out of hell out of here, but kind of hard to do at some points. I have a horse anyway, so not really needed.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Alright. Woo! All sorts of fun stuff. I think we're gonna get a cutscene now of Skullface and Huey. We'll see. I really hate these stupid credits. I mean, for every single freaking level you do. It's like if you watched a movie and every 15 minutes they kept running the credits again in the middle of the movie on top of everything. It's like, why are you doing this?
Just a minute. This isn't what we agreed on.
Kill him! Kill him!
Have already been finalized.
It's not operational yet. The remote piloting and AI control haven't reached the application stage.
Who said anything about an AI? That was Coldman's mistake 10 years ago.
Be that as it may, we'll need to modify postural control to accommodate a human pilot. I share your urgency, but we need more time to finish it.
We analyzed the transmission. He's been in contact with your boss.
Right. Planning on leaving us, Doctor?
Huh? What?
I'm taking your legs back!
Enjoy your trip! My legs! I still can't feel my legs! Oh, there we go. Okay, so you gotta have
So
somebody
you're just
urinate
gonna
themselves
kill
in
me?
any Metal Gear Solid game. It's Huey. He wins.
Sahelanthropus is mine.
Collect your
now.
bets. It is. It is, Ronnie.
Listen, I may dwell in the dark, but I refuse to be judged by your standards, traitor. I hope your friends give you what's coming to you.
Just like George Lucas
to the base.
has to have somebody lose a hand every movie.
Base camp and returning to base.
Every Star Wars movie, and every Metal Gear Solid game, Kojima has to have somebody indulge his urine fetish.
We still have use for him.
If only those things really moved that fast, that'd be nice. You get the pilot one at the end of this mission, and it just doesn't move anywhere near that fast. So then the question is, in like the new game, like Death Stranding, who pees themselves in that game? You know it's coming. Maybe I should have done something. I don't know. I'm tired. So now it starts you in this hangar, usually with like 2 guards immediately. So side op turned into a full-blown mission. It's... Don't ask why that works that way. Just like the same one, like the same way like Quiet worked into it last time.
Side
So
op
there's 2 guys right here,
completed.
one there.
No doubt about it, boss. That man is your extraction target. Emmerich.
There's a second
Analysis
one.
System that
complete.
disappeared
The
into
map
that
has
cave,
been
and the man who
updated.
was with it. Emmerich must know something about what's going on. He was transferred to the Soviet space camp. I marked it
The
on
Soviet
map.
space camp? I want to go to
Make your
space
way to
camp.
that base camp.
Analysis complete.
Hands up.
And unfortunately, I cannot extract anybody here.
Hands up.
It also tantalizes you too, because you got shipping containers up here you can't get to either. But I think there's loose materials up there. Maybe? Because I know there's some around here. Yes. How much does this make sense? Not much. Not much at all, really. Okay, so there's no... Yeah, there's nothing over there, but there's stuff over here. Your new improved laser scanner. Like, he had this like instantly amazing thing to just like laser scan everything, whereas in actuality you just take a picture of it. They still do that, spies, and still do that to this day.
Obtained.
Analyzing the intel file you picked up.
Arrived at
We've
Mother
got a
Base.
fix on the target. I've updated your map info. Check it on your iDroid.
Sun will rise momentarily.
Uh-oh, I'm a vampire, I gotta run. Oh god, natural light! So now there's also an attack helicopter roaming around. Because, sure, why not? So now I've gotten all the way here, I need to get all the way over here.
A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Now there is something fun you can do. Let's see if I can place a marker on it. Ah, it won't let me do it. So you got this attack helicopter, it can fly around and harass you, cause some problems. There we go. That makes it easier on the map. So what I do instead, it's gonna come in and try to hover there.
Please select a strike point.
It's called a bombardment, huh?
Strike requested. Analysis complete. Strike will commence shortly.
He's coming too. Roger
That's
that.
how you deal with that problem. And you just ride like hell out of here. Killing everybody you can with the wrong weapon. Keep riding, horse! But now I don't have the helicopter chasing me, so it's not more
That
mad.
giant weapon system that disappeared into the cave. I've heard it was the Kremlin's biggest secret. But the thief doctor has been working on it. And the man with the skull for a face. It's been on my mind since you encountered the skulls during the Honeybee
Analysis
mission.
complete.
It's really him. Boss, he's the commander of Cypher Strike Force XOF. Probably the mastermind of the attack 9 years ago. I thought he and Zero parted ways. I'll look into it. You just focus on the mission.
I think there's a couple outposts. Yeah, there's some outposts along the way.
Marker placed.
Actually, the same outpost I went by earlier, which are just going to be magically repopulated. Yep.
Extraction analysis complete.
Whoa, whoa!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Штаб, это кафе. Понадеялся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием.
Oh yeah, there's somebody over there. Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy shooting at me. Oops. There we go. Yeah. Well, if you want, I can play that again. I can actually recreate how terrible the PlayStation Classic is. For fun, I can even grab the PAL version so it plays even worse.
You gotta extract him.
Yeah, it's, you still see people online who are like, I'm just gonna get the thing and hack and I'm gonna put like 100 games on there.
Roger that.
I'm like, wow, you didn't read anything about this, did you? PlayStation Classic only has 16 gigabytes of space. 20 games, 16 gigabytes, and you filled up almost the entire structure.
Sandstorm approaching.
You don't have room to add extra games.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Alright, so let's see. Let's make some waypoints because it's about to get very, very
Marker
crappy.
placed. Marker placed.
Yeah, I mean, people will still buy it. I mean, and people will buy it for the dumbest reasons. Like I said, like, I'm just gonna buy it, modify it. I'm like, just get an emulator on a PC.
At Mother Base.
Save yourself the $100 because it's exactly the same one that's in RetroArch. One of the cores in RetroArch. Sorry guys, you had to die. You saw me. Somehow in the middle of a sandstorm.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. And the
Yeah,
map
but I mean,
has
but
been
people are like, I'm
updated.
gonna hack it and put different games on there.
Analysis complete.
I mean, that,
Analysis
one, they're not
complete.
really the target audience anyway. Two, they know how to set up an emulator at that point if you were smart enough to know how to hack something like that. You know, it's just stupidity all around. And people are like, well, I'm not going to support it, but then you're going to give them like $100 for this POS. That's like the worst part. It's like, don't give dumb people money.
Weather will clear shortly.
But yeah, it's like what I've been telling people is like EPSXE works really great, but don't do. Yeah, like definitely do not do 2.5.0 has too many problems with 2.00. That works perfectly. I mean, you can play almost all games absolutely perfectly fine with it, and by default, in a lot better clarity than you'll ever see. So I mean, PCSX Rearmed is like, it's a barely passable emulator. It will work, but you're not getting hardly any improvements. I mean, you can. You just need to go in and start turning on different filters, but PlayStation Classic doesn't even have that option to do that. Which is what really blows my mind to begin with. Like, you don't even have scan lines on it.
Leave the rest to us.
Super Nintendo Classic and the Nintendo Classic had scan lines at least. You could change border windows. You could do all sorts of crazy stuff with it. And they just didn't, you know, they just got extremely lazy. It's a shame. So you add that up there, and then Sony is also actively busy censoring their games on top of it. It's just not looking good. Okay, so there's somebody around because the tension music just started up. That guy's out. Maybe someone on patrol? That music plays when there's somebody nearby.
Enemy presence
Okay, so there's a patrol coming up.
The map has been updated. Please select a drop point. Supplies requested.
That guy's great.
Supply drop complete.
Not sure where they're going. Oh, they're just going back there.
Analysis
But...
complete. Analysis complete.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how he didn't see me. I mean, everybody's got, like, ridiculously short vision anyway. There was some really cool mods for PC that let you, it was, like, called realistic mode. And it would, like, increase their vision by, like, 300%. So they could see you at, like, 120, 150 yards easily. Or meters. They also had their hearing bumped up by like 200%, but their health was also dropped down pretty low too, so it'd be like more realistic. One or two shots would just kill them outright
Extraction
in the chest.
at Mother Base.
Another foot patrol over here. Remember them.
Analysis complete.
Those guys all the way back there are like, oh, something's up. Can I strike cargo? I don't think I can yet.
He's coming
Hey,
too.
I can't.
Roger that.
Eee.
Speak.
Exactly. But the thing is, though, you know, people said, like, I have a PlayStation 3, that's great. Do you have all 20 games that are on sale? If not, then you're kind of boned. Unless you have a Pro Action Replay like I do, and then you can play burned copies if you want.
You gotta extract him.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've lifted out tanks before with this Nimitz. It's crazy. Now, it's even better is a little bit later on I'll be getting a wormhole, which basically does that. It opens up a wormhole and just teleports things back to your base. Yeah, it's a little bit more crazier, but I mean, in a game where you have walking mechs, it's not too crazy. There should be like some 2 wolves around here.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction
There's no one out here.
arrived
What the hell
at
are they
Mother
doing?
Base.
So normally, well, at least maybe.
Enemy Enemy
No, you don't.
presence detected. The map has been
Weird, because I looked up there
updated.
earlier, it didn't show me anything.
Analysis complete.
But I guess after this mission, when you come back through here, there are like 2 wild wolves running around that you can bag and tag. Whoa, you didn't see me.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. You have arrived at your destination. Supply drop complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Wake up.
Hands up.
Я не хочу умирать!
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Heard me.
Analysis complete.
This place is usually crawling with people.
A
And these
bipedal weapon
jerks.
system. The same model as the one in the cave? Looks like they're about ready to start deploying it.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
There's a power supply right here. Yeah, so I mean, it's fine as long as you have the games, though. I mean, that's the whole thing. If you don't have the
Analysis
games, then
complete.
it could have been perceived as a good thing to own, but I mean, they've pretty much blown it completely. I mean, with like 9 out of the 20 games being the PAL version, which are going to run 16% slower and have graphical stuttering. It's dumb. I mean, I'm betting you, I bet people will go, wow, man, I've never played these PlayStation games, and then get it for Christmas or something, play them and go, wow, these games suck, they don't hold up well, not knowing that it's just screwed up versions, and then just move on. It's like, oh man, what the hell are you doing?
Please select a drop point. Please select a supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Yeah, the case is like the only good thing. And people are still saying like, well, go out and buy a Raspberry Pi. It's like, you can buy Pis for 25 bucks now. Yes, you can, but those ones are pretty much garbage. They're going to be able to barely run anything. Keep that in mind. But like I said, like in this case, there we go. Here's your Metal Gear Solid 1.
Spit it out. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
But unfortunately, while I look cool like this, I'm just sticking out like a sore thumb. I just wanted to show it off real fast. Yeah, but how much is the Mister, though? I mean, I remember looking it up when you had originally told me about it, but I can't remember exactly what the cost is.
Please select supplies requested.
I mean, unless you want to have like a super
Supply drop
dedicated area,
complete.
I'll just keep playing the games emulated on my PC. even my physical copies, I'll just pop them in the my optical drive, my DVD drive.
Analysis complete.
There's a sniper up top. Yep.
Analysis complete.
Yeah, exactly. So it's 120. Probably get done with everything. It's like what, 160, 180 probably. Okay, so the game really wants me to go down in here. You know what? I'm gonna have some fun instead.
Analysis complete.
I'm just gonna bomb these jerks.
Please
It's not
select
stealthy.
strike
But these guys are a
requested.
pain in the butt. Hey, 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 come back here. Stay put.
Strike will commence shortly.
So those walkers are a pain in the butt because you'll encounter them if you don't take them out ahead of time.
The map has been updated.
Blueprints, of course. Yeah, well, yeah, that's where I need to go. No, it's not where I need to go. Oh, risky. I might do it.
Marker placed.
Let's see.
Talk. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
He's fine. It's a faker. I know what I'll do. Roll my way to freedom. Now you see how stupid rolling is? Ooh. There's precious metals. I must get it. Fly away, my precious balloon. You can actually go back to Mother Base on top of those things too. If you hop on top and then extract it and hold down, you can actually go inside and go back to the base with it.
You have arrived at your destination.
No, it's far, far worse than that. I get ambushed by the Metal Gear itself. Oh yeah, and then to make it matters worse, you're carrying around Huey's worthless butt, and you have to call in a helicopter and time it so you don't get seen by the big giant Metal Gear who's stalking you, and also sending out like remote drones to try to hunt you down and blow up. It's a pain in the butt. especially with how long it takes for the helicopter to get above you, like about 30 feet above you, then it just slowly comes down. I've had to get like maybe like 1 foot to the point where I could throw him on and just get done with the mission. I'll go, oh, we've been seen, and take off again. I'm like, you son of a bitch. It's like, it's frustrating. So, alright, so I think I've gotten everything in this room that I can get. So, what was this other marker? I see something E. Point E somewhere. There it is. Let's get rid of that.
Marker removed.
Just waiting for that guy to drop. Because he's got a sniper rifle. If he turns and looks at my way, he can actually see me.
Analysis complete.
He seems kind of focused on that part, so I should be good. Also, sometimes they can see your supply drops coming in too, so you gotta be careful with that.
Please select a drop point.
Subject on
Supplies
board.
requested.
Leave the rest to us.
Supply drop complete.
КП-110. Слышал шум. Пойду посмотрю, что там. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Будь осторожен. Конец связи. КП-110. Все проверил. Ничего необычного. Прием. Это КП.
There we go, he's down finally.
Прием.
Caution.
Oh,
Sandstorm
please,
approaching.
please let there be a sandstorm. That's gonna cover my movement so much easier. There's a guy inside there. There's a walker gear. What in the world? Come on, give it to me. There we go. So you shouldn't be able to see me. Game's cheating.
Shot bounced off. But at least it took that helmet with it.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, good. As long as you get inside here, you're fine, because if they sound an alarm or go on alert, that door locks. You'll see, like, it'll turn from blue to red, and you can't go in until they call off the alert. So, as long as you kill them and run in quick, you're good. Alright, here we go.
КП-110. Вывод окна и отсюда. Этот сукин сын использует глушитель.
It's the Mammal Pod from Peace Walker, the game I did not play on stream.
Who are you? Snake?
It was programmed to have the original boss's, like, memories and stuff implanted into it. So it'd guide her, like, basically it'd give her, like, moral guidance for the AI.
It's just a machine.
Shoot him, Snake. Shoot him.
Are you?
Dr. Emmerich.
No, that's my name.
Snake? Hey, what gives? Ah! Let me go! No!
He's lucky that
Give
thing
me
is
back
pretty
my
light.
legs!
Right on schedule. Now bring him back to Mother Base.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Okay, I'm sending a chopper close by. Get to the LZ with Emmerich.
Mission info has been updated. The map has been updated.
Only I can activate, and I'll tell you how to operate.
Ignore Emmerich. We don't need his wind-up toys. It is a long way
Strange
there.
love.
Why don't you use that walker gear of his? No way. We can't trust him. How do we know his crap will even work? Well, it's better than carrying the man the whole way. Boss, use the walker gear to escape. It's your call, boss.
Stuff on the inside over there. Running. Get the precious metals. Yeah, like I said, they, you know, Kojima just completely, totally retconned all the characters. He turned Miller into Kazuhira and turned him from the voice of reason and level-headedness into a total rage machine who wants to murder everybody. And though in this case here, Huey did cause the whole thing in Ground Zeroes where Skullface came in and attacked everybody. That was his doing. So yeah, in this case he is correct. Huey is behind all of it. And then they took Otacon, who was, or not Otacon, Ocelot, who was the crazy guy, and made him the voice of reason instead. It's just, it's bad all around. Oh yeah, I mean, that's always been the kind of thing about the Metal Gear games anyway. There's always been technology that should not have existed in that time frame.
I'll start it up. Get this off me!
Oh, I forgot to breathe.
Here we go. They're single pilot machines. I'll... Whoa! Hey!
Okay, ready weapon, move, break, speed up, close quarters attack. Okay, cool.
Boss, don't forget Emmerich.
Oh, screw him, he's done.
Back with you.
Kick you. Kaboom. Yeah, he's also a Soviet sympathizer too, which is why he's working with
Weapons
him.
for the Soviets. If that's the case, what's Cypher's interest in it?
Cooling efficiency's maxed out. Sprocket output modification.
Alright, stupid, you're with me.
All that goes up in smoke. Headwind changes.
Support helicopter
Interesting.
requested.
Boss, think back. 9 years ago, we invited
That's
that
supposed to,
nuclear
like,
inspection
take
team
off
to Mother Base.
and not be here
It's a
anymore.
ruse. They turned out to be
That
it
was
was
awesome.
Emmerich who brought them there. He's been underground ever since, working with Cypher.
Okay, so normally this thing like shoots off. It goes, hey, adios, and rocket fires off, and out it goes. I think that's what happens here.
We should never have had that. That's the reason Mother Base was destroyed.
Even right now, like I said, he's fully responsible for it. But he's still refusing to accept it. He's trying to blame it on other things, like, oh, because we had a nuclear missile. And the Russians are the Soviets are gonna win anyway, so.
Analysis complete.
Cypher threat to kill me.
Alright, stay
Made me
put.
do research for them. That's right. Creating bipedal weapons. 9
I'm
long
greedy.
years. Forced to do whatever they said.
Boss, don't forget Emmerich.
Hey, there's fuel right here. This is useful.
Support helicopter has arrived.
I can use it.
Analysis complete.
And there's like no stealth way of getting out of this base.
Take this bag off, will you? I can't breathe. You came to save me, right? I'm dying in this thing.
God, I hate this guy. He sucks. Unfortunately, this is my maximum running speed. No, you can't. Actually, this one doesn't have wheels. This one's just a straight walker. So when you get like your walker gear for yourself as your buddy, that one has the wheels. You can just go flying around, which is actually faster than a car and your horse. But this one's just straight running. All the walker gears you encounter in the wild, with the exception of the one that Huey built you, they do not have wheels. And drop from orbit. So apparently they launched this thing at me from space. Yeah, I don't know.
How?
So that's the Metal Gear he built for the Soviets.
Impossible. It can't be active.
Doctor!
And he's on it too, so somehow he survived that drop.
This is
Remember,
the real
gravity is still a
Salamandropus.
thing that exists, theoretically, in this world.
You and your friend.
Yeah, guess who
will
gets to fight
die
that thing?
here. Behold! Today is the day weapons learn to walk upright!
Okay, but why are you wearing like a Lone Ranger mask? That's what the one question that never gets answered in this game.
Extraction. Support helicopter requested.
Emmerich's extraction comes first. Head for the LZ.
Mission order has been updated. Map has been updated.
So now I gotta haul his butt out of here and outrun this stupid thing.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
If you don't get away from that thing, it'll bring down the chopper. Give it the slip somehow. Stay behind cover as you move.
Support helicopter has arrived.
It's no good. The chopper can't get close. Boss, lose the
Chopper can't get close and that thing's way the hell over there. That's what's annoying about this. I've obviously given it the slip. It does not know where I'm at. The game refuses to do it.
yet. This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ.
Find a place to hide.
It's not anywhere near me.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Focus, boss. Get the target to the RV. All right, the chopper's touching down. Don't waste any time getting on board. And don't forget Emmerich.
This is the first time this has ever happened. Because usually it just tracks you and runs you down, and like I said, you have to annoyingly try to lose it and then hope the helicopter lands in time. Usually also it spots you and you have to gun the thing down, which is interesting because that's not going to happen. Oh, here we go.
Use the chopper's miniguns. Shake them off.
It's down. And a couple more just for make sure. Yeah, that was the first time that's ever been that easy.
In terms of hominids, it's a Sahelanthropus. How did they complete it without me?
We'll hear the rest back at base.
Throw him over. Ugh. Now here's another interesting thing too, is eventually we're going to start seeing Huey developing things for me. Like a more advanced version of the stealth gear. But also there's this big humongous subset where you start to develop like this hover tank that was supposed to be fully deployable, and it got cut from the game. I think there's another cutscene right now. No, okay. So yeah, it's like you spend all this time getting resources to build this hover tank, and it looks really cool. It's got a railgun on it. You're like, yes, this is going to be fun to take out in the field. You can't do it. It gets cut for that reason. The developers like Konami and Kojima said that originally it was a deployable thing that you could ride around, but it just made the game way too easy because you're in this indestructible tank with a railgun that can just blow up everything in one shot. So they, instead of just removing it entirely from the game, they left the entire sequence in to pad it out because they knew that their game was half finished anyway. So it's disappointing, but they also kept them in there just to give you more missions. You know, it'd been really funny though, like if I had just walked up to Sahelanthropus and like put a balloon on him, like, you know, vaulting him out of here. Like, wow, that was easy. Don't know why I had to run and hide, all that nonsense. Come on, do the flash dance thing. You're a maniac, maniac on the floor. Oh, well, it was the 80s. I mean, it could have passed for that.
Why do you suspect me? What did I do? I'm on your side. What about him? Miller was in contact with Cypher 9 years ago. He was working with them. He's the traitor, Snake! What's that? More truth serum?
No. Stronger truth
Oh,
serum.
please. Please keep me here. I need protection. Ah! Ah! Oh. Oh.
I lied. It's a vaccine. We're testing out our new flu vaccines on you this year.
Oh. Why?
You're the odd one out.
Why me?
We all lost something.
What?
Except you.
Don't.
So they're trying to, like, torture him by hyperextending his leg, but he's paralyzed. He can't feel it anyway. You could snap it backwards. All he has to worry about is the risk of infection. It's not going to hurt him. I've seen paraplegics before accidentally burn themselves while smoking because they didn't realize that their cigarette had landed on their lap. Heard me. Burn their skin pretty badly. Because you just don't feel it.
The truth serum isn't working. Either some procedure he had done boosted his metabolic enzymes, or
Nanomachines.
he's undergone special gene therapy.
Gene therapy.
What's he saying?
Same as 6 hours ago. I had no idea the nuclear inspection 9 years ago was a ruse. Cypher forced me to do that research after the attack.
Do you think he had a hand in it?
I do. But there's no proof yet. Take a listen to this later.
It's my mixtape. I made it especially for you.
We can pass judgment.
I had to hold up the recorder to the radio, but I got all the songs I like.
And don't tell anyone he's here.
We'll have him continue his research in there. It's for his own good. The older guys will want his head. We can't guarantee his safety if we let him out.
Boss.
I tried spinning my guns, it didn't
You
work.
mentioned something interesting. The reason why they pulled their plug on the operation in Afghanistan. He said their funding started going to Central Africa instead.
Ooh.
Cypher is pursuing new research.
I think I unlock Africa now. Sweet.
Africa. What research?
Emmerich doesn't know the details, but one thing he said does make sense. That Sahelanthropus alone isn't enough to cause an RMA. He claims that what they're doing in Africa is the missing piece. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Pardon me. Metal Gear.
Meaning it's not just another nuke.
I mean, should they really be surprised? I mean, this keeps happening to them repeatedly. I mean, Snake is, like, personally at this point blown up, like, 4 Metal Gears. It's like, they shouldn't even, like, he should probably not even breaking a sweat at this point.
Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men. Our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
Hungry Squirrel. I love these nicknames. Rumble Moth. Ooh, troublemaker, unsanitary. You're getting fired. Shouldn't have rescued your butt. Crawling Sloth. Pirate Harrier. That one's kind of cool. Sinister Buffalo. They took his wings. He'll take your life. Sinister Buffalo. Already back in Mother's Base. Sweet.
There's no doubt about it. Cypher's working on something in Central Africa. There's evidence they've been in contact with private forces operating in the region. We follow that evidence. We should learn what Cypher is after. Diamond Dogs has gotten a lot bigger. Now's the time to take the offensive. Head back to the ACC for your next mission.
Commencing.
Yep,
Platform
we'll go check out the zoo.
construction. Commencing platform construction.
Roger.
I got myself a zoo.
Squad, arriving shortly at LZ. This is B Squad.
That was a good animation. I like how he slid down like that.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Now there are some things, like I think there's a couple different emblems or audio tapes around this little conservation platform, or the zoo as I call it. So it's actually not bad to go here. And also it lowers down, like I said, there's a secret rating inside the game that's hidden about your morality. So if you visit it, it does make you more good. You know, so if you start killing a lot of people and your horn starts growing out of your head, your shrapnel looks like a horn. Visiting here will drastically reduce it down. You can also lower it by Fultoning people out and animals as well. In a game that's supposed to be telling you about how you turn evil and become the bad guy from the very first Metal Gear game, none of it happens.
Mission list updated.
Fun thing about this too is you can use your tranquilized weapons. This is where all the birds are kept. Animal conservation platform, avian area. So no flash photography, do not throw objects into the habitat, no smoking, no guns, but tranks are okay. No pets, Fulton is okay too. Now the reason I put on night vision is because if there's something in here, you'll start to see it like twinkle. I guess maybe it hasn't spawned in yet. Not a lot of birds in here, but we'll visit the other animals too, the other platforms. Maybe it's up top. I remember there's something... Here it is. It's right here. Right there! I just kept running right past it. Emblem. Okay. There's the herbivore area. See all the rams that didn't dodge. The sheep. You can actually like get like when you start heading into Africa, eventually you'll start being able to get like zebras. If I do the bear mission, you can also get all the bears too, which is kind of fun. And if you do jump in with the bears, they will try to murder you. Gotta make my heroin, I mean anesthetic. guess they just spawn in later. Like I said, I remember seeing them in here, so... Found one. Ooh. Alma. Hold still. Perfect. That guy's unfazed. He's like, I've seen too much. You're a bad man, Snake. Alright, so let's see what else we got. Development. What else can I develop, if anything?
Please specify a project.
Ooh, alright. That reminds me, I need to put everything back the way it was. Decoys, those are good. Okay, so I'm getting pretty low on money. So let's back out, and hate to do it, but I mean, you know, the diamonds are your best thing to sell right now, because everything else you need, like the biological material, the metals and stuff, yeah, so the fuel resources are needed to build parts for your base, same thing for biological material, common metal's falling low, minor metal too. Precious metal is pretty much used for like higher end equipment, so like I can get like a better, like more armored suit type deal, but it takes like something like 30,000. Let's see, I've maxed out on the other stuff, so it's lowered down until I'm not. There we go. So now I'm going to go into staff management real quick, because I moved people over to basically build my sniper rifle, my tranquilizer one. So I'm going to reassign everybody again in just a second, but first I need to get rid of that stupid guy I got that is a troublemaker. You, ooh, two of them. You're fired and you're fired. Adios.
Select unit. Staff dismissed.
Sort. Let's see. Auto assign. All staff.
Staff assigned.
That works. Okay. So let's beat feet. Let's get up back in the air and let's do another mission.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
And that's the animal zoo. You've seen everything there, but it's more interesting when you get more animals.
On station at LZ.
See like zebras, okapis, a bear, wolves, jackals, all sorts of fun stuff. Not really the most convenient place. Parking is pretty terrible. It's hard to drive your car here. Yes, if you can drive here, that's impressive. Or you can hold your breath for a real long time.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Really need that stupid gunsmith. Like I said, the gunsmith is very important because then I can start putting silencers on everything. I can go like full non-lethal. So while I'm doing that stuff
Boss,
real
I've
quick.
been meaning to tell you something.
What?
Our old friend Zero hasn't been seen in public since you left the States.
I care why?
That was over 10 years ago now. You suspected he was responsible for the accident at your base in the Caribbean. But at that point, Zero was already bedridden. So it never felt right to me that Zero gave the order. Now that I've seen the man Emmerich was working for, I'm sure he didn't. I know that man. He was our old friend's XO. A man without a face. Not one you want to look at anyway. Skullface. He's the one who destroyed your base 9 years ago. The unit he commands, XOF, was Cypher's strike force, but he's since split from Zero and used XOF to usurp control over Cypher itself. In other words, the Cypher we're hunting isn't Zero. Beyond Zero is a void that's even darker. Skullface.
Ben's unit, and when you get quiet deployable. I don't have donkeys yet. You lie. Why do you lie to me, game? He was like, wow, didn't we already know that from earlier, like, a long time ago earlier? Yeah, exactly. So let's listen about Quiet.
When Quiet first came here, she demonstrated her marksmanship against that enemy fighter plane. It showed she was much more than your everyday crack shot. Hitting a moving target from 600 meters is a challenge, but it's possible with the right training and equipment. But shooting down that missile, that's a world apart from taking out a soldier on patrol. The chopper and the missile were in motion, meaning different vectors at high velocity in three-dimensional space, and she shot an unguided bullet that had to fight air resistance and gravity. All that while the chopper was taking evasive maneuvers. Some of the best target leading I've ever known. She has a superhuman sense of spatial awareness. You put her in a fighter jet, and she'd be an ace right off the bat. Hell, your judgment was top class too. Realizing she could take out that pilot, that's quick thinking. You and Quiet could make a hell of a team. You'd be damn near unstoppable.
The sexual tension alone will kill thousands.
Quiet is still in her cell. Only a few staff are authorized to go near her. She hasn't tried anything funny, but that's what bothers me most.
In particular,
what does she have to gain by coming to Mother Base? I first thought she was under orders from Cypher to take you out. She didn't manage it in Afghanistan, so round 2 happens here. So I lighten the guard. And that lock on her door is a joke.
you gave her an opening. And?
Well, she hasn't killed you yet. And I hate to say it, but she's had plenty of chances.
You made me the bait.
Poisonous bait. What better? Anyway, she didn't bite. Quiet is keeping her silence. So I'm left with no idea again what she's doing here.
We tried communicating with her through writing. That didn't work either. Whether she's illiterate, dyslexic, or just plain stubborn,
yes.
I just don't get
Okay, so I'm going to Africa.
If she tried to contact the outside,
Maybe.
it'd be picked up by our counterintelligence net, but it's clean. There's no sign she's had contact with the staff, the base facilities, nothing.
Let's go bear hunting
She's almost
first.
got the men wanting her to try something, just to find out what she's up to. And she's in there putting on the failed soldier look, all downcast eyes and defeated sighs. But she doesn't kill herself. She can't be trying to leave Cypher and surrender to us.
So what's the verdict?
This may sound optimistic, but here's how I see it. Quiet came here to fulfill some objective. To kill you, maybe to destroy Diamond Dogs. Whatever it was, before she could do it, something changed her mind. Yes. When I look at her, I sense hesitation.
For some reason, she fell in love with me, trying to strangle me to death in the first mission.
I prefer the ones that talk.
I'm just that handsome.
Anyway, we'll keep her under watch. And we're also looking into those special abilities.
Unlike reality, I like the ladies and they like me. Except for, I like the ladies, but they really don't like me.
Right.
They usually try to avoid me at all possible costs. Yeah, sure, why not? Our equipment. Alright, capture C4, blah blah blah, that's good. Let's go on foot. I don't think... actually, no, D-Dog will be... Oh, shoot, I don't... Wait, where's D-Dog? I was on the wrong menu, okay. So I can make him look cool? Or like he's a paratrooper. Not really needed for this, but go naked. Go to there in the daytime. A lot easier to spot a bear in the daytime. Trust me, having lived in New Hampshire, it's easier to spot him in the light. remember one time, because I used to live up on top of a mountain in New Hampshire, and we had like a mother bear and like 3 cubs. They were like black bears. And this girl came up. The people would come up, like we had like old logging road going up way down, miles down the road to another mountain. And occasionally some people would like come up to take a look at the view, because it was a stellar view. It like perfect. I was like right on the border of Vermont. So I had this like stunning view off the deck, and people would come up and take pictures from the road and stuff. And then one night this girl comes walking down my driveway, and I'm like, huh, okay. So I'm talking to her, and it turns out she's visiting from out of town, and her family said to go up to the top of a mountain where I lived and drive around and look at things and take in the scenery. Except for she got her car stuck. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's go see where it is. By the way, did you see any bears? She's like, haha, that's funny. I'm like, no, I'm serious. Did you see a bear or not? It's like, do I need to bring my gun? Or are we good? She's like, oh, crap. I'm like, yeah, you could have been eaten. And that's my awesome bear story. It was very good.
Be careful down there, boss.
Sometimes when you land here, you'll have like a convoy, or like a truck drive by. You can usually like shoot at it and they'll stop and get out, and real easy to just pick up more personnel that way, or grab a truck too, but I don't think anyone's coming. But now I can pet my dog.
Good dog. Good dog.
Okay, so... Ooh, Halma, yes.
Marker placed.
I didn't know there was some of that over here. Wait a minute, I think I know where I'm at. Yeah, I know exactly where I'm at. This is like the mission where I had to go run and grab the tank set. And it went completely wrong, like the tank went halfway up the road. Stupid sandstorms. So later on when you get more technology, because everything in this game, of course, is later on. But you can actually get rid of sandstorms. You have like a weather modification unit, so you can make it rain. So not the dollar bills, but actual physical rain. So it makes it basically it masks your footsteps, so you can run up on people easier. They can't hear you as well. Or you can cause sandstorms, or you can get rid of them entirely. So I don't know exactly how that works, but it's something you can do. Nothing inside. Okay, so let's set some markers. Outpost here. Let's target the toilet. And usually the bear's somewhere up in this pass. So we'll set another marker there. And we'll listen to some awesome stuff. We'll listen to some more boring things along the way. Basically, codec calls have been replaced by these, these cassette tapes you can listen to. The one in yellow usually have to pertain to the storyline, like major key points, so...
It wasn't just
let's listen to the whiner.
Back in the Caribbean, every eye in the world was turned
yes.
on us.
Well, I can't call it an airstrike. It costs money, but it might be worth it.
Possession of a nuke? Why wouldn't they be uncomfortable?
And that's why you made sure the inspection happened.
Well, I thought our best move was to prove to the UN through the IAEA that we had no nuke. Of course, I was against us having it in the first place, but that was Snake's decision.
The boss wasn't responsible.
Well, don't get me wrong, I still believed in Snake. I thought I was making the best decision for all of us, that's all. I figured we should get a third party to exonerate us before proof of the nuke did get out. And who better to do that than an organization with international authority?
So the truth is, you took it upon yourself to agree to an inspection arranged by the UN. Only the inspection was a ruse, and Cypher's strike force, XOF, showed up instead.
I had no idea that would happen.
Enough bullshit!
Oh, sure, like I could have known. You know, I was just trying to prove our innocence to the world. What's What's wrong with that?
We're not interested in the excuses you've thought up. The truth is objective.
Just see it from my point of view.
You led XOF to the control tower. They seized it, giving them complete control over the base.
Oh yeah.
Moments later,
I said all the things that cause is like completely paranoid in this game, but in this case he is like 100% correct.
By the assault force and their choppers.
You can't believe I did that on purpose.
That was the end of Mother Base. But it wasn't the end for you.
How can you... Look, think about it. I lost something too.
I lost my keys in my pogs.
I
You remember Alf? He's back, but in pog form.
Why were you the only one spared? You got away without a scratch. Why did Strangelove leave the base on the eve of the inspection? You two were close.
Strangelove?
And how did you manage to build something that surpasses Zeke in every way? Because you did everything they told you. You're the only one who didn't lose a thing.
That crack would make a good foothold. You can use crack climbing to make your way up.
Skullface forced me to do his research these past 9 years. He used me. I lost 9 years.
9 years. We all lost 9 years. It wasn't just you.
I suppose blaming me makes you feel better, does it? But who's gonna give me back all the time I lost?
You're not getting anything back. You're not a victim here, Emmerich. You're the perpetrator.
I didn't know anything.
Nobody can back that up. Yeah, all the evidence.
There it is.
Is at the bottom of the ocean.
That's the target.
You know the hardest man to break. The type who's fooling himself. That takes time. It's easier to live a convenient lie than a painful truth. Is that the piece you've chosen, Doc?
I'm not lying.
Of course. Just let me check one or two things. On that day, you were in the control tower with them. Lucky you. That's how you got out unscathed. And you escaped on one of their choppers. Only you, right before the base went under.
They had me blindfolded the whole time. I've never been so scared. The whole flight, I thought they'd kill me. But thinking of you kept me going. My comrades, all the way.
And?
Oh shoot, he sees me.
There was a plane journey, and then we traveled by road. When they finally took off the blindfold, I was in kind of a warehouse, on the floor. Afghanistan, it was that research lab. I couldn't believe they'd taken me halfway around the world.
Yeah, this thing takes a lot of tranquilizers.
He came.
Skullface.
He's the one who's really
You can do it with the handgun, but it takes even more bullets. All the while you're dodging this thing, trying to kill you.
He told me to build a bipedal walking tank.
There we go, he's finally down.
Like Peace Walker. A system that could fire an ICBM-class nuclear weapon. That's how the Sahelanthropus project
Well, you know,
got
Friendly
started.
Tiger, you gotta get your priorities straight, you know?
There are wolves in that area. They've been known to go after people.
Go, join forth my zoo.
From reptilian four-legged crawling and that ridiculous hunched-over bipedal waddling. My design evolved. To the dawn of mankind. Sahelanthropus, the first steps towards humanity. An upright bipedal weapon system. Originally, Sahelanthropus was going to be a manned weapons platform. I designed a cockpit in its head, and I planned to fill it with water as a buffering agent.
Like how Paz modified Zeke for human control.
Don't compare me to
It's albino, I guess?
I designed it for human
Albino
control
brown
from the
bear.
beginning.
It's like, it looks like a polar bear.
The problem was miniaturizing the posture
Yeah, exactly.
control AI. You remember the reptile pod?
Okay, put the suppressor back
AI that
on.
controlled your unmanned weapons.
Attaching it externally makes it vulnerable. So this time I wanted it beneath the armor. Meaning I had to make the AI smaller. I got it down to less than 1/10 the size without any loss in computation speed. But it was still too big for the cockpit. There wasn't enough room for the pilot. If I made the head bigger, its body would have to be bigger to support it. It's too big to be practical. In the end, human piloting was taken off the table. I tested a remote control system too, but there was the time lag and I wasn't satisfied with its precision either. Plus, it would be useless if the enemy jammed it. So next, I went back to trying an AI-only system. To do that, I had the AI pods recovered from Nicaragua. This was a hybrid AI, a combination of Peace Walker's reptile and mammal pods. The only AIs that had ever successfully operated an unmanned nuclear weapon system.
Really? You'd need some help to get that working. Expert help. Did you work with someone?
I worked alone.
You did that yourself.
Roger.
That's the thing. The AI didn't pan out in the end either. But I did finally get Sahelanthropus walking by folding over its upper body to lower its center of gravity. The first upright bipedal locomotive weapon system in the history of mankind. I guess technically it falls into the anthropoid ape category.
I don't see the benefit of having it stand taller.
On terrain with significant differences.
Haven't you seen what Japan is doing with their anime? Their Japanimation?
Vertically adaptable. That also
They have
limited that
Gundams.
from
We need that
already
technology.
using mountain ridges for cover.
And we must have whiny 14-year-old suicidal people pilot them.
Important factor in giving it superior height capability.
We'll make it into a show. We'll call it Evangelion. It'll take over the world.
But I was being
By the way, Evangelion is coming to Netflix next year, which is awesome, because it's like you can't legally see that show in the States in a lot of regions because a lot of it's like out of print. Like I have the Platinum collection for Evangelion, and which is like a I'm trying to think of the name there, restored version, like where they went restored it, upgraded it, and everything, cleaned it up, made it look real nice. And I was kind of shocked to learn about 2 months ago that the DVD collection I have completely out of print, and it's worth like $300 used. I was like, whoa, okay. Neat. I'm never going to sell it, but I have it. But I highly recommend the rebuild movies that have been coming out. They're supposed to be doing the 4th movie's coming out in another 2 years, which is the last one. Because they did like, it's kind of funny because Neon Genesis Evangelion. First off, I'm a huge anime nerd, just deal with it. Which is kind of interesting because anime has become more mainstream and accepted throughout the years, which is kind of cool. But basically, Neon Genesis Evangelion was a 26-episode show. It's about basically using giant robots and crazy kids, literally crazy kids, to fight off the end of the world. And a lot of people, myself including, were not happy with how it ended. It was like pretty much rage-inducing. So, Hideki Anno, the guy who created the show, said, okay, we're going to do these movies like 25 years after the fact, 20 years after the fact. When we make these movies, that it's going to change the story, it's going to have a brand new ending. And I actually like those quite a lot. Like the first 2 movies kind of follow, like first movie and a half follow the original plot line pretty closely, but then it starts veering off and going to different territories. So I definitely recommend the rebuild movies. If you haven't seen them before, check it out. I tried to get my friend into watching the show, the original show. He watched like 4 episodes, didn't like it. So I told him about the rebuild movies when they first came out, and I sent him a link to it when it had been translated to English. And he loved it. He loves those movies versus the actual show, so he's like a hardcore fan of the movies at least, but just not the actual show itself. I don't think he ever went back to it. Alright, so let's go to Africa. So let's find out of our little bear here. Himalayan brown bear. Some are whitish in color compared to other brown bears. Okay, well that explains it. To decline the numbers in the wild is known as the legendary bear in the Afghan area of operations. Like other brown bears, its attacks are ferocious, necessitating caution when encountering it. Yes, indeed. Okay, well that explains it. It's kind of like pretty much almost like an albino bear. Smoky. Alright, so pitch dark.
Boss,
I remember this mission.
This contract comes out of Angola. That's right, Central Africa, where Emmerich claimed they were working on a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. There's been a massive oil spill from Mafinda oil field. It's flowing into the river and contaminating the water supply. An environmental NGO has asked us to stop the spill by destroying the facility. Environmental activism isn't exactly our line of work, but it's not that simple either. The group operating the oil facility and causing the spill is the rebel group UNITA.
And word has it that United's getting supplied with U.S. military weapons. That sounds to me like Cypher's pulling their strings. Boss, it's time to give Cypher a little surprise.
So, this village right here is like loaded with all sorts of different metals and supplies, diamonds all over the place, but it's also pretty well armed and patrolled too. I gotta basically make my way all the way up to the minefield, and I gotta blow up 2 different things, so we'll see how this goes. It's not even giving me a choice to drop in. Oh, that's right, because it's gotta be cinematic. We need to switch things up. Let's see. Greenery, rivers and swamps. Definitely woodland, I think, is the best choice for this. Animals! That expensive cheetah print. Actually, best one for this one right now would be, like, later on you get grass, but grass is really good uniform, but I don't have it. So basically, what's going on right now, captured the bear, and I'm going to Africa. Basically, we've been hired because, one, we know that Huey was operating out of Afghanistan, not Afghanistan, but Africa. And we've also been hired because some company is dumping oil. We've been kind of contracted to stop them from doing it. So I'm off to Africa.
Deploying.
This mission becomes a lot easier if you have a tranquilized, if you not have a tranquilizer, if you have a silenced tranquilizer sniper rifle. Because there's like a lot of people running around. You can just pick them off from a distance and they'll never know where you're at. So not having that ability makes it a little bit trickier.
Came from intel. The target is Angola's Mfinda oil field, upstream from the landing point. A spill has covered the whole area and crude. A pipeline that crosses the Muneni River failed, and now the shore's a mess. Not to mention the villages downstream have no drinking water. The oil runs to the pipeline from that facility. Taking it out should end the leak. The client this time is an environmental NGO. Destroy the facility. Stop that leak. This may seem like straight-up philanthropy, but there's another reason we agreed to it. The Mfinda oil field was outdated, abandoned. Then the rebel group United moved in, taking it upon themselves to kickstart operations. United's been rapidly modernizing its arsenal. Rumor has it someone's been selling them U.S. military hardware. Intel's analysis suggests the broker's a front company, Cypher's. Keeping tabs on United could tell us who's pulling its strings. Tracking down Skullface, and Cypher with him. Good luck, boss. First, make your way to the oil facility. It's to the north, past Bwala Yamasa. The village is currently occupied by United, so stay sharp. We started has taken a pretty crooked course these past 9 years. With no other options, soldiers have become dogs of war. Sent to
conflict found that thing way the hell over here. Okay, cool.
PFs. Guys we fought alongside are dying all around the globe for no reason. No banner. But it's how they survive. The demand for PFs here in Africa is especially
I don't know how my
high.
dog gets up these
Cold War
cliffs, but it
standoffs,
does.
Resource exploitation, tribal clashes. What's big business for developed countries has only brought conflict here. That mess you're standing in
Enemy
is
presence
just the
detected.
latest example.
The map has been updated.
No, you think there would be normally in this game, but that's something that Kojima did not think of.
Toxic, but it can also be
So I was
used
expecting
as
something to
medicine.
have that too, like friendly villages or just people living their lives, and
You've arrived at Massa Village.
doesn't encounter
It's been
nothing
turned
at
into
all.
a supply hub for Unida, meaning it'll be stocked with weapons and resources. Should be a thing or two that'll come in handy.
Complete.
Don't be shy. They deserve to be in better hands.
Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
Yeah, there is a lot of things in this village. There's like cargo containers. A whole bunch of minerals, a whole bunch of bad guys. Get both out, good.
Talk. Where are your friends?
Ah, crud, I don't have any.
PF soldiers are speaking Afrikaans, an official language of the Republic of South
Don't have a
Africa.
translator yet.
Boss, we're gonna need someone with the Afrikaans interpreter skill to understand what they're saying. We'll look into it here, but for now, you'll
Enemy
just have to make
presence
do without
detected.
one.
The map has been updated.
And unfortunately, I don't have good camouflage. I mean, you have all these camouflage options in this game, but only 2 of them are really effective, like grass and then the desert. That's pretty much it.
Speak.
Afrikaans is the lingua franca for mercs in that area. If you're going to get any information from interrogations, you'll need an interpreter.
I know, it's just force of habit, dude. Shut up. This is why D-Dog is helpful.
Children. Child
Analysis
soldiers.
complete. Analysis
Children there are
complete.
abducted and trained to be soldiers. They're only taught to fight. And one day they grow up and teach the next generation the same way. With a gun in his hands, a kid is as dangerous as any adult. Only they don't know a thing about right and wrong. Boss, do not hurt any child soldiers. If you do, the mission is over.
You can tranquilize them all you want, though. Usually, yeah, there's a jeep up here. Usually a soldier or two, too, so we'll see. Nope, we're all clear. Steal your guns.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Oh, I hear music. I don't know what song that is, but it's rather annoying. Okay, so let's go steal that Jeep. Roll on out.
You've made it past the village. Continue heading for the oil facility. It's located upriver.
Plant expansion complete. Marker placed. Marker placed.
Good luck, dog!
Extraction
You're on your own!
arrived
Oh,
at
bummer.
base.
Jumped out. Lots of stuff around me. Okay, so let's see. What else do I have? Can I deploy anybody for combat while I'm waiting?
Please select a mission.
No, still two. Okay.
The Theta oil field is the property of Saner, South African Natural Resources. Saner drills oil wells wherever they can throughout that region. When the oil dries up, they abandon the facility. Then it's only a matter of time before the aging equipment starts leaking crude. That means United's takeover is the perfect cover for Saner. Now they can blame the spill on a bunch of oil thieves. However you look at it, Saner's far from squeaky clean.
Take that, suspension.
Sun will set shortly. Marker
African
pla-
peaches
marker-
are okay.
marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
That's African peach. The shape of its petals gives it the nickname the pincushion. It's used in local traditional medicine as a pain reliever and tranquilizer.
You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. You have arrived at your
There it is.
destination.
The oil facility.
Extraction
To stop the leak,
arrived at
you need to shut down
Motherbase.
the oil transfer pump and destroy the oily water separator tank. The details are on your iDroid.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Dog, you're in the way. That's not gonna help you. That's not my fault. You jumped off your own self.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
That's the
The map
oily
has
water
been
separator
updated.
tank. One of the targets. Take it out.
Unfortunately, you can't do an airstrike on it. You have to literally go up. I'm not sure what that guy's doing, but he's just walking in place there. You have to run up and place C4 on it. You cannot bombard it, which kind of sucks, but...
Complete. Marker placed. Development complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
This place is just crawling with guards everywhere.
Analysis complete.
Okay, so... what other things can I develop real quick?
Please specify a project.
Okay, let's see. Some kind of a crummy suppressor. Alright, so now I need to figure out how to get myself in here. Should probably call in a supply drop real quick just so I have a fresh suppressor. So let's back up to over here and do that. Oh, okay, that was bizarre. Trapping the unit. Okay. Supply drop. Drop it on my head.
Please supplies requested. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good.
Supply drop complete.
It's actually an easier way into the village, and I'm going to go around, or into this facility. If you don't go in the way that I'm looking at right now, that I'm closest to, it's a little bit easier on the far right side, so I'm going to venture my way over. I just want to make sure I have a fresh suppressor. Because for some reason in this world, like Zelda Breath of the Wild, where those weapons break constantly, your suppressors don't last more than like 20 shots, if you're lucky. Say ouch, didn't mean to do that. Walk it off, bro, walk it off. You're alright, bro, just walk it off. Also usually Jeep over here? Nope, no Jeep right now. Interesting. Alright. Ah, that's right. So, I forgot about these things. I haven't been getting them so far. There are like little cargo loading zones. So what you can do is actually grab your cardboard box, equip it, and it works like jumping in the trucks of the other games. So you can actually go to places on the map like a fast travel.
coming too. Roger that.
Ooh, I'm very tempted right now. I see this whole gathering of people. Let's do it.
Please select a strike point. Strike requested.
Everyone stay put over there.
Strike will commence shortly.
Okay, that didn't hit anybody. It all exploded in the air? What?
Please select a strike point. Strike requested.
Okay, let's take out the anti-air to begin with, just because it needs to be gone anyway.
Marker removed. Strike will commence shortly.
Why? What? Okay, the game has to be glitching.
Caution, rain approaching.
Yeah, the game has to be glitching because all my airstrikes are exploding in the air, which is not what it's supposed to be doing.
You have arrived at your destination.
He's coming too. Roger that. There's the transfer pump control room. The emergency stop button is probably inside it.
Kind of risky. It may miss its mark.
Marker placed.
I'm gonna try to see if I can do a supply drop right there.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested.
Rain. Sound of rainfall should help to mask your footsteps.
Supply drop complete. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched.
And look at that. It did like fired like, yeah, 7 shots total, and my suppressor is almost all completely busted.
You gonna extract him? Destroy that separator tank. Alright, you planted the C4. Don't set it off until you're at a safe distance. Good. You're away from the
Clouds
C4.
approaching.
Any sign of the enemy? Be sure to time the explosion carefully.
Is that timed well enough? I can't tell. Alright, Nimix, thanks for hanging out, man. Catch you later. Have a good night. Yes, that's the plan, Pico. Bomb everything.
You destroyed the
Extraction
separator tank.
arrived at
Now you
Mother
need to
Base.
stop the oil transfer pump.
Please
Really?
select a
My
strike
C4
point.
didn't blow the crap out of it?
Project has been added.
That's lame.
Strike requested.
So that means I need to go on a murder spree.
Strike will commence shortly.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air. Good.
So for whatever reason, putting C4 up here did not blow that thing up. So I have to go up there and hit a button instead. With everybody angry at me. No, get down from there. Yes, C5s. Bring in the cargo plane, the C5. Okay, so now I have to hit the stupid button instead of blowing it up. Fine. We'll do it your way, Kojima.
Bodies.
How am I seeing this? Because there's like no camera of it. Bodies. But the bodies hit the river? It's not as catchy as Floor, I'll give it that, but...
Oil transfer pump shut-off
Mission
confirmed.
input has been
Objectives
completed.
complete. But the enemy has tightened security. Get out of there ASAP.
Yep, time to run. Let's just kill everybody. So I need to get out of here. So let's take a balloon. Adios. Why call in a helicopter?
Extraction arrived at Mother Development Project has been added.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? Boss, we took another look into Saner, the owner of the oil field. They were behind what happened.
They hired the PF, not United. They restarted the facility all the while pretending they were the victims. One other thing. Saner's Johannesburg head office is just a room in a multi-tenant building. Company's essentially non-existent. 3 years ago, that investment fund stepped in and started gutting it through a series of mergers and sell-offs. And get this, the fund itself no longer exists either. It's a shell corporation, meaning someone is just using Saner's name from the shadows. But what about those strange corpses? Just what the hell were they doing over there?
I'm sure we'll find out. D-Walker can now be developed.
Hey, Snake, I've customized a walker gear just for you. It features a silent running system, great for infiltration missions, and you can also summon it to your location. I've taken the liberty of calling it the D-Walker. It's armed with a suppressed tranquilizer gun. If you want to add other weaponry or upgrade the chassis, give the order from your iDroid.
Alright, so D-Walker I usually don't use too much, but unless I need to get somewhere fast, because it is the fastest vehicle in the game that I found. Way faster than Jeeps and everything else, but it's a little bit kind of hard to control. You can also equip it with like a pistol, which is not really the best thing, but if you get it fully completely upgraded, you can actually have it like go on patrol. So basically, like, it'll stand there, and if anything goes in within its sight, it will automatically tranquilize people for you, which is kind of neat. You can even get like Fulton launchers off of it, so that way it'll just shoot like a balloon. It'll shoot like a missile into them, but then it'll automatically Fulton them out of the area, which is kind of funny.
Good. You captured it alive.
But now I think is finally giving me the ability to do the, what is it, gunsmith missions that I've been dying to get to. The legendary gunsmith. So I'll probably do one of those and then probably call it a night for today, because I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours.
Side ops list updated.
Boss, I've updated the mission list.
Mission list
We received a
updated.
new job offer. It doesn't seem connected to Cypher or Skullface at all. But if it goes well, we may get an Afrikaans interpreter. The details are on your iDroid.
Please select a mission.
Oh yeah, this one takes a while to do. Yeah, tail somebody through. Yes, extract the legendary gunsmith. We are doing this
Please
one.
select a landing zone.
In Kaziba's camp. Ah, crud.
Mission not
Actually,
accepted.
we're gonna hold off on that for right now. Because I do need a translator.
Please select a mission.
There's a violent power struggle going on within the contract forces of Africa, the PF that ran security for the Mafinda oil field. Most of their key people are Afrikaners, but naturally for a South African organization, some of its founders are British. Details are sketchy, but apparently the Afrikaners are holding these British personnel for interrogation near Kaziba camp. We've been asked to rescue one of them, a man known as the Viscount. We don't have the Viscount's exact location, but he doesn't speak the Afrikaners' language, Afrikaans. They'll need an interpreter who speaks English in order to interrogate him. Meaning if we tail the interpreter, he'll lead us right to the target. By the way, the contract specifies that it's all right to ignore the other British prisoners. But the final decision is yours, boss.
Development complete.
Alright, let's do it.
Accepted.
I think this one is good for D-Dog. Actually, let's do a horse, because I need to tail these guys, so... I don't really need night vision goggles just yet, so let's take those off, save myself some money. Because everything you need to play with costs money. Or resources, so... Well, it's only $1,000 bucks, I'll keep it. It's not bad. Commence the mission at night. There are multiple people around here, so you need to like tail the guy. And then eventually he keeps going around to different places, and then they'll execute prisoners if you're not fast, so you can get some decent personnel. But I just want to get a translator, because then I can go through, because I'm pretty sure like without a translator the legendary gunsmith thing is not going to work well. Because you can't hold somebody up and say, hey, this guy's over here you're looking for. You won't never know it, so it makes it harder to do. So I'll do this mission, and then we'll probably call it for tonight.
Several high-level British.
But I'm having fun playing this game again. I mean, the last time I streamed it was about a year ago, but I'm having fun definitely playing it. I was looking forward to tonight. Although I had a blast playing Ultra Street Fighter 4 last night, so I was thinking maybe I should do a Fightcade night. I'm not sure if anybody out there has Fightcade 2 or... because I had the ROM set for that. That'll be fun. Because fighting games are fun, but they're a lot more fun with people. Although my concern though is whenever you stream, you know, and then playing games at the same time, you can basically screw people over. Just because you have a terrible connection.
The map has been updated. Marker placed.
And that's what I don't want to do. I mean, I want to keep the stream quality high. But I also want to make sure that, you know, if I play against somebody online that I'm not winning because of terrible lag. Because lag drives me nuts. I hate it when I play against people who have terrible connections. And I don't want to be that guy.
Whoa, whoa. Analysis complete. An enemy presence detected. Marker to the map has been updated.
Yeah.
I know where the target is, but in this game you can't run to it.
Complete.
You have to wait. It's stupid.
Marker removed. Analysis complete.
That's not the target.
Marker
Orders are only the Viscount gets rescued. Can't understand why he'd receive special treatment.
For me.
But I don't imagine it'll be a problem to save the other prisoners too.
Analysis complete.
The CFA are all business. Hard to believe they're interrogating their own. Situation must be worse than we thought. Make a wrong move, and they could kill the target without warning. If you're going to use a weapon, be careful not to draw the enemy's attention.
Shoot.
Afrikaans is the lingua franca for mercs in that area. If you're going to get any information from interrogations, you'll need an interpreter. But don't extract the interpreter just yet. If he doesn't turn up, they won't be able to do the interrogation. They then decide the target's no longer any use to them. They won't have... That prisoner you extracted wasn't the target, but we did get some information. Seems the prisoners
Back with water, cool. What time is it there, Fico? Is it like 5 o'clock in the morning or something crazy? Oh, it's like really early morning for you, buddy. I won't be streaming that much longer, but just curious. I'm thinking like, yeah, I think you're like 6 hours ahead of me. Yeah, exactly.
Analysis complete.
The phrase we use is called night owl, because owls come out at night. I don't know who decided on that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
But yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. But usually, I mean, used to be just before because I'm not really a morning person. But then, like, with my back pain, I only sleep like 4 to 5 hours a day, so it's like even more so.
Analysis complete.
This is your last chance.
Die MPLA se olieveldregte. Waar het die inligting vandaan gekom?
The MPLA's oilfield rights. Where did you get this information?
I don't.
Yeah, technically you're correct, but
I only know it was an anonymous source.
There was 'n anonieme bron.
Moenie my vir 'n poepel vat nie.
You're not fooling anybody.
well, it's like when I was in high school.
The others.
Had a guy from Russia, Mikhail.
Jy moet die ander probeer vra.
He was funny because he kept trying to use American idioms, like in phrases, but he never could get things quite right.
Weet jy hoeveel
He's like, Ken, I see you running around soccer field. You run like chicken with a leg cut off. Like, no, it's chicken with head cut off, my friend. He's like, oh, yes, that's right. That's what I say.
Hy sê dit was nie hy nie.
Maar dit was julle wat ons verraai het.
But it was you that betrayed us.
It wasn't me. It was the Viscount.
Genoeg.
Does it Viscount or Viscount?
As jy niks weet nie, is ons seker klaar.
Yep. So I figure you'd be getting pieces here and there since you speak Dutch.
So, our rescue target was behind some kind of plot. Boss, I did some digging, and it seems the target himself gave us this mission through a representative. Obviously, he couldn't contact us directly due to his predicament, but still, something about this Viscount doesn't add up.
Clouds approaching. Please select supplies requested.
That prisoner wasn't the target either. We got some more information, though. They're going to interrogate the target at night.
Like right now? That's amazing.
Supply drop complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development content has been added. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I don't think there's anyone over here.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Guy's basically up here in this hut, way up here, that I'm looking for. There's a decoy. I wanted to get him over here so I can get him away. Tranquilize him. Get him out. Yes, exactly. He actually missed my trip earlier. TOS, I went to the zoo. But zebras will be next. Actually, it's they don't spawn until a little bit later in the game. But I do need more zebras. Yeah, this guy is like very hard to get out of this one. There's a guy in a cage, like somewhere over here. Magic, T. Wallace, magic.
Analysis
well, in
complete.
like in a while, I'll be able to get the wormhole attachment. So, I mean, explain that one. Oh,
Prisoner has died.
somebody died, but that's okay.
Boss, one of the prisoners has been killed. But we don't know if it was a target or not. Hurry
It's
up
not.
and ID the target.
I need to get down, get down, get down. Yes, I need more boxes. I wonder why it costs like, what was it, $5,000 or something like that to develop a wet cardboard box? It's like, I can do that for like $2. I mean, I gotta make it worth some kind of money, you know, my time. I'm not that greedy. Yes, nanomachines, brought on by the war economy and gene therapy. Don't forget memes, they're a part of it too. Decoys, shotguns, machine guns. Let's get rid of helmets.
Unit dispatched.
4 days,
Enemy
screw that.
presence detected. The map has been updated. Unit dispatched. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
There's two guys, good lord. Game doesn't know what to do. It's like, ah, there's two guys right in front of each other. There.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
So what are these doofuses doing? Somebody's calling out that resources are missing, I'm sure. Ooh. Mexican food and sushi sound good, but not together at the same time.
Stay okay.
He's dead. Okay, so they're basically running back up for the hill that I was originally on. Crotch burn and then like bruised ribs from belly flopping constantly. Can't be good for you.
Please, supplies requested.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier about Snake's proclivity to nipple surfing.
Rain approaching. And a supply drop complete.
It'd be interesting to see the speedrunning strat is for this level. I remember that this game actually got run at a GDQ, I want to say, about a year or so ago. Yeah, that's right, they go into this building. Pretty sure. Let's hide over here just to make sure. Yep. Oh, they're coming up the hill.
Doesn't show up, they won't be able to interrogate anyone. Then they'll just kill the target.
Oh, well, excuse me then. You didn't see anything. See, everything's fine. No, apparently it's not. I mean, if you're around somebody else, though, if they're kind of close, it will detect them off, so you'll have, like, people run over to check. So it kind of depends. It's more situational. And I mean, if somebody sees it, that's a big thing right there, but sometimes they can also hear it, too, but it's... They usually have to be within, like, 20 to 30 meters or so. Guy's still chilling that I told him to get down, so... That's why I hate this mission. It's just like so much unnecessary waiting around. It'd be really good to see the speedrunning strat, so I should probably look that up tonight, just out of curiosity.
Analysis complete.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you really have to really use your stealth skills. Make sure you're not spotted. But fortunately, everybody's kind of like more spread out, but it's a slog to sit through. It's like I just want them to bring the person in so I can get done and call it a night. And then the next stream, which I'll probably play this again tomorrow. I mean, like I said, usually I'll play a game, stream a game for a day or two, and then take a break. I think I'll stream this again. Then after that, we'll see. Maybe I'll do like a Fightcade night or something if anybody's got Fightcade 2. Maybe I'll play some Sega Saturn games. Not sure. Just haven't quite figured it out yet.
Please specify a project.
Ooh, this is awesome. This is a grenade launcher. Where is that wiener? Jeez. Now, I hate to say it, but I've actually had this mission glitch before where it never brought the guy out. Now, this was like many, many patches ago, so I'm sure they fixed that problem. Let's take a nap.
Don't forget to check indoors. There may be clues regarding the target's whereabouts.
The map has been updated.
So you're telling me to check all the way down here when everyone's up over here waiting to do it. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:49 in the game time, so they should be bringing them.
If you run into trouble, give us a call. We may be able to offer some advice.
Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid.
No, I don't.
You
I
can
have it, but I don't
move
have
around
it
while using
equipped.
it, but pay attention to your surroundings.
It might be good just to have that drop in on me and speed things up, because this is getting stupid.
Please supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Be like an action movie. Just barely dodge it.
Clouds approaching.
Well, thank God clouds are approaching. I mean, think of what if they didn't. I'm pretty sure the game is glitched at this point. Because it's supposed to take place at night, it's now 3:40 in the game world.
Marker placed.
See how far away is that? Yeah, way over in that camp of where you don't want to be. No.
Marker removed.
So I'm just gonna go down here, extract this guy, and if it fails the mission, it fails the mission, but it's like, it's obviously glitched.
Where are your friends?
Boss. Well, we'll just have to interrogate him to find out where the target is.
Well, we're gonna have to, because the game glitched and never brought the target to me, so yes.
The map has been updated.
We got the interrogation location out of the interpreter. He also said it will begin at night. They'll be starting any time now. Hurry. Interrogate him. Find out what he knows.
Spit it out.
Afrikaans is the lingua franca for mercs in that area.
Where are
If you're going to get any information from interrogations, you'll need an interpreter. If you run into trouble, give us a call. We may be able to offer some advice.
By the way, according to the game, I'm exactly where I need to be. Supposed to be right here. And guess what? Yeah.
If you run into trouble, give us a call. We may be able to offer some advice.
Instantly face down.
Ik wil niet prik nie. Ik ken geen Engels
Where are your
nie.
friends?
Ek's jammer.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Marker placed. Unit function added. Development project has been added. You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, I've been here before. Okay.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Let me switch my gun, please. Thank you. Yep, there's nobody over here.
Extraction failed. Guard post captured.
I'm just basically exploring at this part, see if I can just manually find them, because, like I said, the game, I'm pretty sure, just completely glitched up, and it's kind of pissed me off, because I want to do all this bullshit over again.
Please select a drop.
See where checkpoint takes me.
You won't be able to follow the interpreter anymore. You'll have to find the target on your own.
Don't have any choice. Game screwed me over. Hating when it does this. Like, the PC version is like really super stable. I don't think I've ever had any glitches on that thing. It's weird because like the PC version is like version 1.17, PS4 is 1.15, so apparently Konami stopped updating the PlayStation 4 version. For me.
Several high-level British CFA officials are being held by their Afrikaner colleagues. One of these prisoners is the rescue target, a guy known as the Viscount. The target's location is unknown. They're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him. We've used info from the intel unit to predict the interpreter's location. It's on your iDroid. Follow the interpreter and extract the target when you find him.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That's not the target.
Complete.
Orders are only the Viscount gets rescued. Can't understand why he receives special treatment, but I don't imagine it'll be a problem to save the other prisoners too.
You found the interpreter. Now follow him to the target.
Analysis complete.
The CFA are all business. Hard to believe they're interrogating their own. Situation must be worse than we thought. Make a wrong move, and they could kill the target without warning. makeup or mercs in that area. If you're going to get any information from interrogations, you'll need an interpreter. That prisoner you extracted wasn't the target, but we did get some information. Seems the prisoners aren't held together, and the cells and interrogation rooms are separate
Please,
places.
supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Alright, Friendly Tiger, catch you later. So I'll be streaming again tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With this mission finally completed. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so it actually kept all the items I got last time.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
The interpreter will be present for the rescue target's interrogation. He's a CFA Merc too, but he serves as a language specialist. His job is English Afrikaans simultaneous interpreting. Tail him to find out where they're keeping the target.
Nobody knows anything. Hy sê jy moet die ander probeer vra.
Well, I just want to get through the stupid mission.
Dit is hoekom jy nie die Britte kan vertrou nie. Weet jy hoeveel Afrikaners
I'm hungry. I need a snack. I'm bored. See if any web comics came out while I was waiting. Nothing there.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Clouds approaching.
Not clouds. Anything but clouds. So there might be Zax or Sephiroths with them as well. Then what? Get all emo in here and people will think it's the best game ever and it's not.
That prisoner wasn't the target either. We got some more information though. They're going to interrogate the target at night.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Okay, so I'm going to leave those cargo containers just alone because I know that if they notice that they're missing, they'll call out about it. triggering an alert, so let's just avoid any type of alert statuses which may cause the game to screw up again. It's a decoy. Go, he's down.
Analysis complete.
Hands up. Alsjeblieft. Moet je doen.
So, like, there's a guy way over here that they're going to be questioning, and it's really hard to get to him.
Analysis complete.
But there is a blueprint over there.
Development complete. Development analysis complete.
There's too many people. I'm not going to risk it. It's too much of a pain in the butt.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I could try running a long way around. Oh, that'll trigger alert. That's like power, so if I got the power, they'll definitely know something's up then.
Analysis complete.
I think they already talked to this person. Nope, not yet. Ah, crap. Well, shit, this stream's getting longer and longer, isn't it?
The target's location is unknown, but they're bound to have an interpreter present when they interrogate him.
Why is that person climbing down from the guard tower?
If you're going to use a weapon, be careful not to draw the enemy's attention.
destination.
Ik wil niet, prik niet. Get more from us. Oxa.
Another marker placed. The map has been updated.
Hopefully this does not continue to run in real time, so people are walking up on me as I do this.
This is a list of
Intel
prisoner
file
detainment locations.
obtained. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
This most recent prisoner
The
wasn't
map
the
has
target
been
either,
updated.
but we did learn the target's field of movement.
Marker placed.
Don't care about that now. Get off the screen.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Marker removed.
Weird, so I don't officially have the translator yet, but
Supply drop
now I can
complete.
translate radio. But yeah, it's like, unfortunately, Ronnie, the game glitched. It refused to bring the person I'm trying to get out. So it's like, well, that's perfect. Which I've encountered before. It's only on the PlayStation 4 version that happens. It doesn't happen on PC. So like, I even dropped in the Phantom Cigar and like sped up time because it only takes place, you know, like, well, the meeting only takes place at nighttime. You know, it's like it went to like almost 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and nothing moved. So the game glitched up.
Analysis complete.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Hi there, stop.
Development project has been added.
Target extraction confirmed. Get yourself out of the hot zone. By chopper or by land. It's your choice.
Mission info has been updated. The map
Okay, interesting. It just decided, like, I don't have to extract the interpreter. The game is seriously glitched. So, I mean, because you're also supposed to extract the interrogator who's walking around as well. But apparently it's like, yeah, sure, you've done that already. Why not?
Their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets.
Extraction
But that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing.
But I will be stopping as soon as I complete this mission, though, so I'll probably set up a couple things on Mother Base and then go. Since it's late, I streamed for 3.5 hours. My pen meds have run out. And I'm a little hungry.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Please specify a project.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Development project has been added.
Let's get out of Dodge. So the game glitched, first time screwed me over, and then it worked in my favor the second time. Okay, I'll take it. Whatever. Not gonna complain.
Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss. Boss, one of the other British prisoners filled us in about the Viscount. It turns out he's a real two-faced son of a bitch. He was planning to secure the MPLA's oil field rights for himself in exchange for swapping the CFA's alliance from the anti-government United rebels to the state-backed MPLA.
Oh, by the way, Ronnie, if you're still around, did you ever get that RetroArch stuff? I'd set you up with the folder at least.
The Afrikaners captured him, and that was when he asked us to rescue him, and only him. I'll throw him in the brig for now, but we may have to be extra persuasive with this one. By the way, boss, we got some interesting news out of our friend the Viscount. He mentioned that more than a few PFs in the region have purchased walker gears. The CFA's the same. That's Soviet Army technology, and it's still a prototype. Only Cypher could be leaking it to the PFs. But the question is, why? Good. He captured it alive.
Laughing Wallaby, zoologist, and a bunch of other nobodies.
Side ops list
One of the
updated.
latest missions to come in is connected to the walker gears.
This could be our chance to close in on Cypher. Take a look at your mission list.
Yeah, so next time on stream, I'll definitely be going through for getting the legendary gunsmith. I'll be tackling those. Those going. Ooh, alright, good stuff. So, with that out of the way, have reached the end of the stream, finally, like 45-50 minutes later than I wanted to end the stream because the game glitched out on me. But thank you for hanging around, everybody. I do appreciate it. Friendly Tiger, Ronnie, T. Wallace, Nimix, Fico, you guys are all awesome. Lurkers, Patrick Tamu also, you showed up too. Anybody lurking, you're all awesome. So I'll be back again streaming this tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, if you don't know when that is, type it into Google, and it will tell you for wherever it is that you are in the world. You can also check out my Twitter at Wursel555, because I always post up there about an hour, 2 hours ahead of time if I'll be streaming or if something comes up I need to cancel. I'll be putting it there as well. So we'll be tackling this again tomorrow, as I said, and I'll be jumping immediately into the legendary gunsmith, so that way I can get those side missions out of the way and modify my guns. It really speeds up the game. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll play my closing up videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Maybe if the video plays. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you.
9 years ago, their private army was decimated by a secret organization. These men promptly escaped to a new base off the coast of Africa. Today, still hunted by XOF, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can fight them, maybe you can hire the D-Dogs.